Hello, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am talking about my Mounjaro injections because I have been on them now for 2 weeks. And I know for me personally, before I started the injections, I was on YouTube and I was trying to find people like me, like their results, their recommendations, their tips for taking it, because it can be a very daunting kind of process, taking an injection like that. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a little update because it has been 2 weeks and I have been documenting all of like my results. I've been documenting how I've been feeling, and I'm also going to include some little tips and things that I recommend because I feel like this journey has been really easy for me. I haven't like had any crazy like side effects that you can often hear online that a lot of people have. So let's talk about the weight loss results that I have gotten. So I started on this journey at 76 kilos, and within the first week I lost 800 grams. And then week 2, which I'm near the end of week 2 right now, I lost 1.2 kilos in week 2. And therefore, over the last 2 weeks, I've lost 2 kilos, which is absolutely incredible. The dose that I'm on is the 2.5 milligram. Therefore, the way that my doctor explained it to me, it's the prep dose. She said that, pretty much you're not going to be losing kind of any weight on it because at the end of the day, it's just preparing your body. So don't expect big things. So the fact that I've lost 2 kilos already in 2 weeks is just insane. And I'm really, really, really happy with my results so far. So I want to talk about what I noticed in the first week. So in the first week, I was quite bloated. I would say I was really bloated on day 1 and day 2. And I was using ChatGPT. ChatGPT is my best friend. So I was using ChatGPT and I was like, is it normal to be bloated? And it was like, absolutely, because essentially it slows down your bowel movements, so that you feel fuller for longer. So it's normal to be very like inflamed and bloated. That is completely normal. So the first 48 hours, I was really bloated, really uncomfortable. But then after that, it was pretty good. I will say that it's really important to prioritize fiber. Okay. I run everything through ChatGPT. So in regards to meat, like eating and stuff like that, I run it through ChatGPT. I say, this is what my workouts are like each day. I want 100 grams of protein. I'm sticking to about a 1500 calorie diet, I would say, at the moment. And then I also asked ChatGPT, what amount of fiber do I need to have to make sure that my bowels are consistently moving? And it said 25 grams. So that's what I'm focusing on: 100 grams of fiber, 1500 calories, 25, not 100 grams of fiber, 100 grams of protein, 1500 calories, 25 grams of protein. So that's what we're focusing on in order to keep my bowels moving. My biggest tip for increasing your fiber is literally having an apple a day. Having one green apple, because it's very low in sugar, a day helps boost my fiber intake and allows me to go to the toilet frequently. I will say though, going to the toilet, it's not as easy as it normally would be. This is a bit TMI, but oh well. It's not as easy as it normally would be, and it's like I've really got to focus to go to the toilet, and I definitely don't go to the toilet as often. Oh my gosh, I used to go to the toilet so many times. I definitely don't go to the toilet as often as I used to. So that is really interesting. So bloating was the thing that I really noticed in week 1. Something else that I noticed was I eat a lot slower. And like not really intentionally, I don't know what it is, but I take my time to eat my meals. I'm like slow, and then as soon as I feel like I'm done, I'm done. And a lot of the time I'm not even finishing my meals. Like a lot of the time I'm not finishing my meals, and I'm a bit cautious of that because to me 1500 calories is quite low in itself. I'm someone that has continued to maintain their fitness regime. So for me, this is definitely not a quick fix. This is just another tool in my tool belt, taking these injections and allowing me to live the most healthiest and fittest life. So therefore, I am still working out. I'm still doing high intensity weightlifting sessions 4 to 5 times a week. I am getting my 7,000 steps in a day minimum. And I'm going to be doing boxing once a week and then also tennis. So every day I'm being super active. So to me, 1,500 calories is, it's pretty low, but at the same time, apparently that is a really good benchmark for me based on what ChatGPT and I have come up together. So not finishing my meals, not finishing my meals, that's been really interesting because I always really aim to finish my meals. And so when I don't finish my meals, I'm like, okay, like I feel good. I feel great, and I haven't been snacking. So what I've been doing is just been having 3 decent sized meals a day. And I haven't been snacking at all. I haven't felt the need to snack, and I'm not thinking about food. The food noise has completely been silenced, which is absolutely amazing. And so yeah, I'm not thinking about food. Food doesn't rule like my brain. I'm not waking up thinking about food. I'm not going to bed thinking about food. I pretty much have my set times that I eat. I usually eat in the morning between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. I eat at lunchtime between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. and then I eat at night between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. And that is me done. I'll try and include like my apple, whether that is an after dessert, like an after dinner dessert item, or I might have it for an afternoon snack, but the apple is really important for me at this point. Something that I didn't have any like side effects on is the nausea. I only felt mild nausea after my second injection. And it was only for like a few hours, but I do my injections late in the afternoon on a Sunday, then I go to bed and then I wake up feeling fine. I haven't felt sick at all. And that was one of the biggest things and the biggest reasons why I didn't take Mounjaro or the weight loss injections sooner, because I was like, I do not want to be sick. I do not want to feel that way at all. I'm such a busy person, and so sickness is a huge inconvenience to me and my lifestyle. So it was one of the things that I didn't want to experience. And I've just gone into this with the mindset, like I really had to reframe my mindset and say, you know what, I'm not going to be sick. 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 Sickness does not happen. I do not feel nausea. And I'm just like training my mindset. Another thing that has helped, I think, with me not being sick at all is that I'm prioritizing my protein. I'm getting minimum 30 grams of protein with every single meal that I have. And I know that if you prioritize the protein on these injections, then you absolutely do not get nausea, especially not on the dose that I'm on. I'm on a low dose still. We'll see what's to come, but mindset is I'm not going to get sick. But if you prioritize your protein, then you should be absolutely fine. So let's talk about week 2. So week 2, which is the current week that I'm in, I'm about to finish week 2 and go into week 3. Again, nausea was very mild just on like when I took my injection a few hours afterwards. Not finishing my meals. It's very noisy out. Lots of bikes. Not finishing my meals has been a big one. Again, one that I'm totally okay with. However, what I do is I prioritize my protein with every meal. So I know that 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not going to finish my meal because I'm going to feel like good and I feel like I don't need to finish it. Therefore, what I do is I eat the protein first, and obviously you should be eating your protein first anyway, but I make sure that I eat the protein first. So if I'm having like fish, vegetables, and potatoes, fish comes first always. I go fish, then I go vegetables and potato last. That is really, really important. If you're someone that doesn't, finish their meals on these injections, prioritize your protein first and foremost. Week 2, I've been a bit tired, really low energy, and I think that's obviously because I've maintained my activity level, but the calories I'm in a deficit. So the calories have been quite low. So there's obviously, I'm putting out a lot of energy and I'm not getting a lot of energy back. So usually in the afternoons I get quite tired, but what I've been doing is just having some coconut water. There's natural sugars in that and electrolytes. And so that kind of helps get me through the afternoon. So that's what I have. I haven't had any cravings. Week 2, I have not had any cravings. So much so, I see foods that are really like foods that I would normally love. And like I'll walk past an ice cream shop and I won't think to stop and get ice cream. which is so unusual because like previously it would be like, yeah, let's get ice cream after dinner, especially if we're out. It's like, let's go get dessert, let's go get ice cream. Now I can go and have a meal, walk straight past the ice cream store and not even bat an eyelid. And it's like, yes, it looks yummy, but there's no part of me that actually wants to consume it. Which is, I've never had this in my life where I could go, that looks really yummy, that looks amazing. But then I don't think to go, I'm going to buy it or I'm going to have it or I'm going to eat it. That in itself is crazy to me because I've never experienced that. I've never been the person that can just go, wow, that looks like a beautiful, yummy dessert. Okay, let's go home. That is wild to me. Wow, this is my life. Now I'm like, oh, that looks great, but I'm fine. I've had my dinner. I feel good. Let's go home. What? So that's been huge for me. I have no cravings about anything, which again is just so wild. The other thing that I really noticed in week 2 is that I am not thinking about food, like genuinely just not thinking about it. It's just wild. I never thought that I would be in this position. I never thought that, you know, food wouldn't control my life. I always used to just be thinking about it 24/7, other than when I wasn't asleep. So every waking moment I was thinking about food, and I don't think about food now. Like I don't think about it. The other thing that I noticed in week 2 is my skin is so clear. Like I think this is the clearest my skin has been in the longest time. I usually have acne, problematic skin. There is absolutely nothing wrong with my skin. It is like glass. It is clear. And also too, I normally have really bad eczema and psoriasis on this hand. There's like a little bit of scarring from it. Previously, I normally have the worst eczema and psoriasis. It's clear. Like absolutely clear, like just gone. To me, that's wild because it's something that I've always struggled with. I have to cream my hands up at night. I have to bandage them up, like tape them together so that I'm not scratching them through the night, because I will literally wake up and I'll be like scratching my hands and like they'll be bleeding and the skin will be cracked. Gone. I don't know. I don't know how you explain that one with what I'm doing. So yeah, so that's pretty much where I'm at for week 1 and week 2. So some tips: prioritize your protein, run your macros through ChatGPT, get your meal plan for the week, make sure you prioritize fiber by having that apple. And honestly, do this for you. I think if I could give myself any advice previously, it's like, don't give a fuck about what anyone is going to say or think about you. It doesn't matter. This is your decision. This is your journey, because I kind of wish that I did this sooner. But that is me. I will come back if you guys love this, and I will keep doing a few updates from here and see how we go. Bye.